I'm from New Orleans for real. I'm from New Orleans for real. I'm from New Orleans for real. Being tired of being sick and tired, nigga, you got a problem with me getting high, suck big dick and die. Same rhyme phrase, get me paid, they can't fade the tension, pain with the. If you like man, it's right. Any job I rap, put New Orleans on the map. You brush your teeth, you on them hoes, you got them reeds on your feet with your bowls.
EJ in the Jets bought 2 trigger mans in brown beef. Now you can pop that pussy in the middle of the street.
Well, I feel daddy, it's about that time. Be king of the funky reggae crime. Say you got to be Bella, got to be Bella. Got to think it, got to say.
If it ain't real, it ain't me. If I ain't told my steel, I might get killed on my streets. If you're from the NO, you know what I'm talking about. Send me to jail, I post bail, I'ma make it out. If it ain't real, it ain't me. If I ain't told my steel, I might get killed on my streets. If you're from the NO, you know what I'm talking about. Send me to jail, I post bail, I'ma make it out.
What up with it? What up with it? Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. It's your boy Cadillac Red. This is Crescent City Convos. I got once again, you know what I'm saying, Drew Bayham and Scoop the Barber coming through. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We gonna give you all that good New Orleans talk.
Yes, sir.
Good combos that's going on in the city and whatnot. So I'm gonna jump right off into it.
Let's jump in.
So it's early March. I was gonna do this in February, but I decided to hold off. Mardi Gras was in February, but I don't like Mardi Gras when it's early February. Me personally, I never was a fan of those Mardi Gras. It's too damn cold, and it's right by the water, and it's New Orleans cold is different from Virginia cold. The wind be blowing with that shit down there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wet cold.
Yeah, man, and that's not no parade type of weather, if you ask me. So I always like Mardi Gras when they in March. So that's why I wanted to wait 2 March to have this combo. Let me start off with this one. Let's start off with this one. Drew, you've been doing Mardi Gras for a minute. You know what I'm saying? What you playing in the band or whatnot. Give me your best Mardi Gras story.
Oh man, that's a hard one, bro. You know what I mean? That's a loaded ass question.
Right.
That's a Mardi Gras story. Actually, was one Mardi Gras we got to play. We were just on the video. We didn't realize it until after the fact. Brand Nubian. It was a Brand Nubian. Yeah, it's a Brand Nubian. Okay. Did a video Mardi Gras Day under the bridge. For their hit. I'm sorry, not Brand Nubian. Les Nubians.
Okay.
Yeah. Makeba. They Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So, and just the fact that we got to be in that video, and it's just kind of like we didn't even know who these people were, and just next thing you know, a month later, come out of the video, and we just like, man, it's interesting. You never know, how much of an influence you are, until somebody shows you, in a way that is on the scale that is beyond your imagination, so to speak. So.
Okay. Scoop. Give me your best Mardi Gras story.
Man, really don't have a best Mardi Gras. My thing is, every year we do the same thing, fam. I'm in the shop every day for, all the way up until Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. But our traditional thing is we go up to my grandmother's shop, man, and catch Zulu right at the beginning of it. Her shop on Jackson and LaSalle, you already know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So we sit out there and we lock it in, man. The whole family just get out there. My family is big on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So half of the people you may see on both sides of the street at that time is kin to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's what we do, man. We all link up as a family and bring that Mardi Gras in, and then right after the parade passed, my uncle, he's like the big big chief of the Creole Wild West. He'd been there for years. You know what I'm saying? So right after that died down, you know, we come out from out of the shop to make our little rounds, you know. So that's like a traditional thing every year.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Now you know I don't stay, but I always make sure I come. I work during Mardi Gras. I work on one of the floats, so I'm there for Mardi Gras every year.
Right.
So I feel like it's kind of loaded for myself too, because I get to experience a lot. Like I get to see the Bloody Sunday and all that. You know what I'm saying? I get to experience that. The bus dropped me off right in front of the battle, so that's cool. But I want to say my best memory of Mardi Gras was old New Orleans before the hurricane.
Right.
My dad worked on the Bacchus float, man, and he came home with a big Schwegman bag full of motherfucking beads. Oh man. And me and my brother split the beads up. I went into the French Quarter, and I'm young. I was like, you know what I'm saying, 16, 17. I went into Mardi Gras looking like, I went into Bourbon Street, looking like Mr. T with beads all the way up my neck. Like, yeah, let's do it. Man, look, I did not leave with one bead left. Titties everywhere.
Tits,
You know what I'm saying?
Tits,
Man, everybody made sure they got every bead. Look, I had my last bead I was going to keep. I was like, I'm going to just keep these. Sure enough, a chick walked past like, ooh, these is nice. Let me get them.
Right.
Oh, man.
That's a traditional thing in New Orleans they don't really know about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. To me, old, but pre-Katrina Mardi Gras was the best Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Now, post-Katrina Mardi Gras are nice, true indeed, and I can see they trying to get back to it little by little, but yeah, man, them things was nice back in the day. Let me ask you this one. I ask you, Scoop. I ask you first. Give me your worst Mardi Gras story.
Man, my worst Mardi Gras story was at least 3 years ago, man. It was cold as hell. You know what I'm saying?
One of them early February.
And you know, I have my kids out there, so I got to get out there and catch bees with them, man. And we know how hard it is to actually catch bees when it's cold as hell and your fucking fingers are freezing.
Woo! Yes, sir.
That shit hurts, man. You know what I'm saying? The only plus with that is, like I said, us being able to go inside and throw out right there by the shop.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, man, I hate it. The same reason why you hate it in February.
Man, them Februarys, boy, they know they wrong for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask, like, yo,
man.
who doing the calendar with this? This ain't right, man.
Right.
This not
like they punishing us. Like it's like they punishing us for something we did the year before. God damn, man, come on.
All right, Drew, give me your worst Mardi Gras story.
Well, I give you two.
Okay.
Because one is mine, and the other one is probably my latest, your cousin Maya. And well, for me, it was just one Sunday, Sunday after Bacchus. Sunday night we're just chilling, and for some reason this is pre-Katrina. And we were just doing our thing out there, getting drunk, the usual stuff. And for some reason they hadn't cleared they hadn't put the barricades up on Bourbon Street, in those first 4 blocks.
Mm-hmm. So
cars were still passing. Passing through Bourbon Street, right?
Right.
But by that time, there's 40, 50,000 people on Bourbon Street at that time, because it's that time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1:30 in the morning or something like that, And one car tried to go through, and it's going to be and bump somebody, So now they acting stupid, right? So this is guy got bumped, white dude from Baton Rouge. He gets mad, and so he takes his gun out and tries to hit the driver over the head with the barrel of his gun. He hit him over the head. The gun fell out of his hand and landed into the driver's lap. So he just picks it up and just dumps it on him, and it's like, man, you know, just for me, it just, you know, it was from that point on, my Mardi Gras was ruined, you know, at that point. So I'm just like, you know, bro, like, it's just, you know, we have, you know, it's like we got to get rid of stupidity, but people drinking, people just getting, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the second one was last year. You know, my lady, Maya, she was getting ready to ride in her first parade ever. You know, for a mix. And, you know, she was literally the float right after the float that killed the lady. Yeah. You know, that killed the lady. And so she was like literally on the float after. And so for a minute, she didn't even know what was going on. You know, and then so it's like they just sat there, you know, and her first parade experience got kind of ruined. Yeah. You know, if you will, you know, for the lack of a better word, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things like, man, it's just very unfortunate for things to happen like that. But, you know. Yeah, yeah. So I got the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Fucking Mardi Gras.
Okay, well, with me, I got two experiences of Mardi Gras being bad, and unfortunately, it was my first one will be last year. Last year was kind of crazy because so many people was dying from floats, and it wasn't really people from the city; it was tourists. Right. And like what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see this big, and I know people get close to floats and it look cool to do, but you still gotta be on your P's and Q's when you fucking around with that type of shit. That's not nothing to be playing with. So now they taking off tandem floats and all that, and all kind of shit has been. It's more precautions that would need to be because of just stupidity, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of ruined.
With me, this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And this is only me. Last year when all of that went down, what we really didn't know and didn't understand what was going on in the beginning of everything was the pandemic. Yeah. You know? So I feel like, honestly, you know what I'm saying, not really putting God in it, but there was certain things that shut that down because they had a lot of them that didn't go through. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Which kept us from being around a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, so I honestly feel like it helped to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to talk about that too. That's what I was going to say, and the fact that it was the pandemic, and that they blame a lot of the spread on Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was one of my stories. The other one to me that was very upsetting, and it was a harsh reality, was the Mardi Gras after Katrina when they had it. Mm-hmm. And you could tell it wasn't the same. The city, it was just like, it was bitter to know that this is what it's not going to ever be what it was. Right. Seeing that first Mardi Gras. Knowing that, I mean, this is going to get better from this one, but it'll never be like how it was. Those two to me, and that like really like hurt me, you know what I'm saying, growing up. Yeah. And seeing that one. But those would be my two worst Mardi Gras. Let me ask y'all this one, and I ask you first, Drew. Okay, most people watching this, most of the people in the chat, they either haven't been to New Orleans or they don't really know. What other events that the city have that's great other than Mardi Gras, or is Mardi Gras the best event in your opinion?
Nah, Mardi Gras is not the best event, only because it's just Mardi Gras is literally that Fat Tuesday. So it's just, we all know that what it is and what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. But, to be honest with you, I think Jazz Fest is a better event. I think Essence is a better event. Well, let me rephrase that. I think the festivals, most of the major festivals that come to New Orleans, most of the just like the major events, I like Super Sunday more than Mardi Gras, to be honest with you. It's just a lot more contained, like Mardi Gras is just the ultimate in debauchery, the ultimate in freedom, and the ultimate in that type of thing, and so it serves its purpose. You know what I'm saying? But like I thoroughly enjoy just like a number of other events that come to New Orleans more than Mardi Gras in that sense, Okay. Yeah, and like I said, that like Essence, Jazz Fest, Fresh Quarter Fest, Voodoo. Voodoo is not as like debaucherous as Mardi Gras. So I think there is a bunch of other ones. I mean, that I think that are better, for us, the locals, us, the people who enjoy New Orleans for what it is. Yeah. And the reason why I mentioned Super Sunday is because, I like to see the Indians out there. Or, on Mardi Gras Day, I'll just go and find the Indians, you know what I'm saying? And just play tambourine with them for, a hot second or two and just try and find as many as I could, in that time frame. So, there's a lot of them that's better than Mardi Gras, but I think Mardi Gras is just the most free.
Okay. But you would say Super Sunday. Super Sunday is better than
Super Sunday. Yeah. Super Sunday. I think Super Sunday is better to enjoy, and plus you can see all the Indians in their splendor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that culture.
That good, all their beauty. You know what I'm saying?
That good New Orleans culture.
And it's our culture. It's like it's not the sum of all of the cultures in one day. No, it's ours. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Scoop. What you got? All those events that go throughout the city. Which one is Mardi Gras the best, or?
I don't feel like Mardi Gras is the best, but I can honestly say this. It's the most popular, it's the most talked about outside of New Orleans, but basically I would say the Essence, because you're bringing all walks of life down. And they're catching a good taste of our culture, even though they have a lot of people that come down to participate with Essence. You still get the blackness of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of hidden talent, a lot of connections that we may have as well. You have a lot of people that travel from different states, and then they come to realize that half of the stuff they hear around the world, it contributes to New Orleans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, with saying that, especially with me cutting hair throughout all the festivities, you have people that come in and they love New Orleans, they love what they hear about New Orleans, and you have that opportunity to come across some cats in the shop that are really from New Orleans that don't have the foolishness going on with them, and it adds to the love of New Orleans. So I gained a lot of friends. I don't even call them customers. I gained a lot of friends in the process of just those festivities coming down. You get a lot of connections, man. And the funniest part, this is the craziest part. The majority of the people that travel, they can travel because they're financially stable enough to travel. So you never know who you have in your check. Once you hold a conversation with them, you may have like a multi-million-dollar business owner. You know what I'm saying? You may have someone that runs one. You may have someone that's a record exec. You have a whole bunch of people that come into the city, man.
All right. Explain to the people what is Essence Festival, because some people don't know what Essence Festival is. Can you break that down?
To really break it down, I would say there's so many levels to it, but all in all, it's just your actual talent as far as music. A lot of artists that we like and that we love from different states coming down to display their talent and to entertain their followers, Okay. Yeah. Like you have a lot of side events that go on that adds on to our part of the city. You know what I'm saying? That makes people realize and understand, okay, that's where that started. Okay, that's where they get that from. Okay, well, we need to take this and bring it to where we're from, because it makes sense, like it'll fit. And the good thing about New Orleans, as far as being a gumbo, all walks of life that come here and adds to this gumbo. So no matter where we go, we can fit, because 9 times out of 10, it was somewhere we went and we brought our flavor and vice versa. So, you know, I feel like that's the blessing of it all.
All right. And see, with me, I don't know, man, it's a little bit different. I experienced all New Orleans holidays. I remember 4th of July and New Year's Eve getting fireworks and shooting the bottle rockets at the niggas down the block, and they trying to shoot their bottle rockets at us. You know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. Shit like that. Like, you don't get that nowhere else but other than New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I remember those days. I remember growing up in the Jazz Fests and the Essence Fests and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But to me, was the last experience that I had, and it was beautiful to me, and that was Juneteenth. Juneteenth in New Orleans, man, it was a big-ass bike ride. It was like 200 motherfuckers on bikes. I never seen so many people on bikes before. I didn't even know where we was going. I was just following the school of fish. Like, that shit was, man, that shit was great, man. And then it ended up right in the Ninth Ward. You know what I'm saying? It ended up right, like, the 3 blocks down from the shop, Scoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, man, shit. Man, that thing was beautiful, man. That thing was beautiful. That, to me, that was my best.
The funniest part, though, if we going back and looking at it like that, and it had really nothing to do with New Orleans, but it brought a lot of people down, and I feel like it added to the love of New Orleans, man. The World's Fair in '84.
Oh yeah?
Man, listen, man. if you had the opportunity to experience that, dog, you know what I'm saying? It made me appreciate where I was from. Because there had so many people, even at that age, you know what I'm saying? It made me realize, hey, we have something here.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought out the box anyway, even when I was that young, man. But, like, wow, I was in elementary, dude. And I still remember all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that went on for a whole year.
You never forget, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Real talk.
Damn, that's the jewel. That's the one you was supposed to drop on us. Scoop, that was the jewel you was supposed to drop on us, man. The World Fair. Because I didn't even know that. I never even knew nothing about that shit. Yeah, I never even knew.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And the only World Fair type of shit I heard was always in Chicago's type shit. But they came out here, you said...
it travels. It goes from place to place.
Okay.
We was blessed with it in '84.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, look, man. Look, you just put me...
Yeah, New Orleans got the last one.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
It's stretched out. Like, they have it in, like, different places. You know what I'm saying? If you go and look it up on the internet, you know what I'm saying? They have, like, different places, and they host it. And they host it for a whole year.
Yeah.
All right, damn, man, it's there for the year, damn, you know what I'm saying?
The whole year.
All right,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Mardi Gras, the other reason I brought up Mardi Gras and we had this Mardi Gras conversation, because Mardi Gras was canceled this year. Because of Corona and all that extra shit, and they want to blame because of Mardi Gras last year. They said, motherfuckers, you knew about this last year, you should have did something. Now you can't get it at all.
Right.
So other places are opening up, and you know, I guess New Orleans is not on that list. And I wanted to talk to y'all about this. So I'm gonna salute to DJ Rock first. Salute DJ Rock because he gave me this clip. You know what I'm saying? I found this clip and I thought it was hilarious. This is what the mayor has to say about opening up, and y'all tell me what y'all think.
If we gonna, like I said, baby, I ain't gotta explain nothing to nobody. New Orleans is not Louisiana. I said phase 2, baby, like I had said. Phase 2! Like I said. Y'all talk about my G-Nikes online. Y'all was on Claiborne Sunday cutting up at the DJ. And y'all think y'all wasn't gonna have no consequences, baby, like I had said. I ain't gonna explain nothing to nobody. Y'all talk about my hair, my heels, like I said, baby. Phase 2, Mo. Fuck.
Phase 2, Mo.
Oh, man. That's one of my favorite clips.
Yeah. Phase too. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of my favorite clips, bro.
So we gonna start off with you, Drew, because I asked you and you said this too. You said the motherfucker still got the barricades up on Claiborne. The parades ain't even had no parade. What the fuck is going on out here? This is bullshit. Phase 2, ball.
They just took them down, fam.
So
like, to be honest, they just took them down. Bro.
They just took them down. They just took them down. Okay.
And I understand why, but I'm gonna wait my turn.
Okay, Drew.
I understand why.
We already know that like we wasn't gonna really pay attention to that shit. You know, I think that like the crowd that was gonna be there was gonna be the biggest crowd probably in Mardi Gras Under the Bridge history. Like, you know, because first of all, there was nowhere to go for Mardi Gras Day. And second, because there was no parades, you know, so it's like ain't nobody gonna chill uptown, you know what I'm saying, on the uptown route. We all going, probably everybody and their grandma will literally go down under the bridge, under the Claiborne Bridge. So I understood why it went up. But the fence that they put up and the fact that they had to have police presence, you know, around the clock during that time was the thing that kind of, you know, put a thorn in my, I ain't gonna say put a thorn in my side, but it's just, I was just like, all right, you ain't had to go as far as just make sure the police come around. But then I had to think about it, you know, when they first put the barricades up, somebody kicked them down because they just had regular fence, you know, it wasn't barricades or anything like that. It was just like fencing, you know, but you had nothing to bolt it down to. So it's just fencing up there. It's just fence. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so of course somebody gonna test it and kick it down for a quick second, you know, homeless person or, you know, or just somebody who just want to be, you know, mischievous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's you know, I understood it. You know, my deal was like, man, y'all didn't do that on St. Charles. Y'all didn't do that in the Irish Channel. Y'all didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that nowhere else. You know, and so I'm like, bro, you know, I hate to always kind of, you know, put the, you know, that other issue into the you know into play, but I can't help it. You know, it's like, you know, Indians can't even come out. You know, the Indians were planning on coming out, and they couldn't even come out because, you know, there's no specific places to go. You know, in there, you know, to you know, go around the city, go around the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So I you know, I get it. You know, I get it because it's still you know, and I give one thing I do is I give the mayor the benefit of the doubt. We're in that situation because it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because if she didn't, you know, if they didn't, you know, ask for those barricades to be up, trust me, Under the Bridge would have been another super spreader event. Like there is no what's the word? Ifs, ands, buts about it. So, I understand it. It's just something it just don't play right with me after a while. You know, I ask too many questions.
All right, Scoop, go ahead, cook on that. What you got? What you got on all that?
Well, this is my thing, fam. It's the same people that shit on this woman last year when she started shutting things down, but they started to appreciate her. You know what I'm saying? Now, on top of that, this year, she knew what she was up against. She run the city and treat it like it's her baby. And look, I appreciate that because there's a lot of knuckleheads that go against the grain, dog. We know that. We know that from him. So for her to put those barricades and those fences up, they needed that, man. Because it would have been knuckleheads that went down there, man. Fuck all that. I'm going, you know. And then they're down there with masks, no mask or nothing like that. So now you have cats. Let's say when this year first, not this year, but going into what the second line era. You know what I'm saying? As far as that era where they come out, right? You had a lot of them that was violating, man. They was out there. I'm talking about no permits or nothing. Like you couldn't get a permit, but you still out there. And you got a whole crowd behind you. Yeah. And then you got people going live with it. And you see these people all around each other, all up under each other. You don't think this lady gonna see that? She's into the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She loves that type of stuff. So what makes you think she's not gonna see it? Dog, she on Facebook too. You know what I'm saying? She on Instagram, she know what's happening.
Right.
And it's making her look bad. So think about it. You have your child, you know what I'm saying, which is the city, and then you have the siblings, which is the cast that's from the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's making her look bad. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Lay the law down. You gotta shut it down sometimes, man.
Yeah.
In reality, it's all right.
Right.
They'll appreciate it. Put it like this, like when our parents used to bust our ass. You don't like it, but you'll appreciate it later on when you understand.
So basically,
it so happen I have the advantage of understanding in advance. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're trying to say is basically, her putting the barricades and shit up hurt her more than it did the niggas that she put the barricades up for. Cause damn it, I'm the parent, and this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
I feel like it helped us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna help. Yeah, the ass whipping always help.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You know, so just everything that she's doing, bro, I appreciate what she's doing. Like in the past, you had people doing stuff because of money moves. I feel like she's doing it for the love of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And with her making the moves that she's making for the love of it, it makes you appreciate the city more.
But now politically, I think it did absolutely nothing for her career. And the person who's going to run for mayor, you know, her next challenger for mayor is going to really give her a run for her money because of these damn if you do, damn if you don't situations.
But the craziest part, if these clowns vote for anybody else just because of what she did, they stupid. They stupid.
Big facts.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Whoever gonna vote for the person that's going against her, knowing what she showed me, this is how I look at it, and I know y'all may look at it in the same light. She's running the city not only like a loving mother, but at the same time, she's looking at it as a business person as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that could happen. Let's say if you force things to open too quick, and everything's gonna shut down.
Yeah.
You know, and I know this from experience, just the fact of being a barber. It's certain things that you have to do, certain procedures that you have to follow. You know what I'm saying? The steps that you have to follow in order for things to flow right. Even to this day, we catch them at the door. You know what I'm saying? We walk up to unlock that door just to let them in. So it's like you have every barber in here that's spaced out, and the shop is big as hell. So you don't have people all up under each other. But at the same time, we have one customer in here, a barber. So it's plus, instead of how it used to be, when I had at least 8 people sitting in here myself.
Yeah.
You know, so just looking at it in a different way, it made me structure my business totally different now. I feel better now. I didn't know any better then, because before I was like, I need to get all of my people. And there's no structure, you know what I'm saying? So when you don't have structure, it's chaos. But it may not look like chaos to the people that's coming to get their haircut, because they're not looking at the results. So it's the same thing with how she's running the city, how you run your business, and everything. It has to be structured, and it has to make sense. And half of the time, money is not the sense that needs to be made, if that makes any sense.
All right. So
what's more important, your money or your health? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. And I was just about to say that. That's crazy to piggyback off what you just said, because like I said, I work for Mardi Gras, so that paid for my trip out there. Right. So they canceled Mardi Gras. I didn't come. Plus, I didn't get to see my people. You know what I'm saying? And all the extra shit. So I'm kind of hurt. But you got to understand that if you would have went, that could have fucked up money when you come back and all that extra shit too. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We gonna take the break. We clean that shit up real quick. Everybody else opening up around, so shit's starting to look good. I say we still keep it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it closed in until, and then you know what I'm saying. Once everything look good, let them be the crash dummies. Everything look good, then we open the city back up. You know what I'm saying? And make it do what it do, like how it's supposed to be done. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I feel. Right. That's how I feel as far as as far as all that. But like I said, shout out again to DJ Rock, because Phase 2, bro, is the funniest shit.
I see what I say.
I said
this thing with that. And look, for people that didn't know it, that they would think that was really her saying that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's so funny.
Real.
That's what's so funny, yeah. That's what's so funny with that.
Real.
But okay, so I told one of my homies that I was gonna do the Crescent City Convos again, and the first question out his mouth was, "So what movie y'all gonna review again?" I'm like, yo, it wasn't. This not that. We talk about New Orleans stuff. He was like, okay, yeah. So, but what movie y'all gonna do though? I said, but it's not. I haven't even found out. He said, but y'all got to do a movie though. So, Coming to America 2 came out. You know what I'm saying? I asked both of y'all if y'all checked it out. I didn't have any topics with it, but Scoop, what was your opinion of Coming to America 2?
My opinion of Coming to America 2, it was nice to me. There was a couple of things that I appreciated about what Eddie Murphy put together. It's kind of funny though, because when you look at the bigger picture, the thing that really caught my attention is even with everything that they were going through, you had a family that still kept it together. No arguing, no fussing, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? No betrayal. It was just like they took the time out to learn more about each other. Mm-hmm. Even with the mothers, you know, they had a bond. You know what I'm saying? And it was just from learning more about each other. They never just turned their backs on each other like, I don't like her, hell with her, you know. And even with the kids, you know, you had the sister and the brother. Mm-hmm. At first, she was kind of bitter, like, man, like, what's going on? Like, I've been, you know, like, getting ready for this and getting prepared for this like for years. And then dude just come out of the blue. But then after she realized, hold up, that's my brother. You know, I need to help him. Like, he's more of the victim. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you can see, like, the bond that they had. And you know that Eddie Murphy had a lot to do with that. The craziest part, and then I knew they was going to put it in there, where I guess it's this movement for women. And I don't have nothing against that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But not to get off the subject, but for the last probably 8 years, man, I've been seeing like movies, sitcoms and stuff like that coming out. And basically what they do, they put a white man with a black woman to create a family, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever they portray a black man, it's either you gay, you're a gangster, you're a drug dealer, you locked up. You know what I'm saying? And I really have a problem with that because I'm a man. I'm a black man. I'm proud of it. But this is the thing I feel like with every movie that Slick Side trying to like emasculate us, you know what I'm saying? And on the flip side of it, like do away with us all together. Mm-hmm. Right. I have a problem with that. So it was like the underlying stuff that I see, you know, like with the sitcom Equalizer. You know, it was a man before. Not taking nothing away from Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that, man.
Job, but it's
hold on.
Come on, man. Like what you doing? You know me, dog. I go left, but I'm
but hold on, Scoop. Cause see,
like,
that's not. Look. When it comes to that, I hate that shit. I'm mad that you even brought that up. It ain't even the fact that it's a woman.
Saying,
look, it's not even the fact that it's a woman. No one is taking Queen Latifah serious, doing backflips and trying to equalize some shit. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I can't.
What I'm saying is like you're trying to force. You're trying to force the hand, and I honestly feel like I saw it. You know, I'm a barber. I cut all walks of life. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about from, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Then you're looking at from all age brackets. So I'm in tune with everything all the time. Mm-hmm. So on top of that, I'm watching stuff and I'm paying attention. I'm reading and I'm observing like, I feel like to me it started and they made a statement with Black Girl Magic. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, you're trying to force this thing like, hey, it's all about us, fuck the men. Even though we still a backbone and helping you. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like the media plays a big part in what's going on. And they realized throughout these years that, and I hate to say it, the TV, the radio, and the media, it kind of controls women's thoughts.
Yeah, the narrative.
I had a lady friend, man. Bro. And some kind of way she wanted to show me that she was mad at me. So in reality, she put some earphones in her ear and played Mary J. to get herself in the mood to feel a certain way. What the fuck is going on with that? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I walked up to her, it's like, it's crazy, dog.
Yeah. But see, and that's one thing I can salute, that the movie didn't portray a lot of that. It showed black masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Eddie was a king.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It showed the passing of the throne. Yeah. Go ahead, Drew. What you got? Before I even get to cooking on it? Go ahead. What you got?
No, but see, that's the part of the problem I did have. You know, King Jaffa said that he spoiled Akeem. Yeah. So in essence, you know, he was emasculated by, you know, his father telling him that he wasn't the man that, you know, his predecessors was before him. You know what I'm saying?
So he wasn't strong enough to run. You know what I'm saying? So he really had a problem. He really had a problem with him running it because he felt like he wasn't strong enough to do it. So he sent him for his son.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And he put into that when the general came around, he was so scared of the general.
Yeah.
That, you know, he was literally going to make, you know, this bastard son a pawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and he was going to die, you know, as the prince. He was going to die for, if ever they, you know, they went to war. I get it. You know, I get that part. It is what it is. I'm not saying I have any, like, gripes with the movie, because I thought the movie was funny. I thought it was, you know, it was useful. It was, you know, as far as women, it was very empowering to women because, you know, the point of it was to set precedent, you know, and just like the way, you know, Jafar did it, you know, before, when letting Akeem marry the woman that he loved instead of the woman that he was, you know, set up for. You know, it was like they wanted to take that same thing, that same premise with King Akeem, and do the same thing with his daughter. You know, and so, you know, so I think you know, that's why I say, you know, in a sense that wasn't what they were trying to do, but they wound up doing it anyway. I think they were kind of slick with it, you know, and by doing that, and it's kind of like, no, I hadn't prepared you for that. I hadn't prepared you to be king, but you're gonna be king anyway because I'm old. I'm dying. I'm dying. You know, that's what I saw, at least, you know, on that level. But like, I really thought it was a really good movie. It was a good sequel. To be honest with you, it was a good sequel. You follow the storyline. I'm a big person on, like, my biggest problem is that I analyze movies a little too much. Like, I go a little too deep into the movie.
I go deep. We supposed to.
I'm about to say that.
It's like, what'd you say?
Nah, I was about to say what you said. Yeah, I go deep. Yeah, I get deep in that.
We supposed to, bro. We're supposed to. Because guess what? At the end of the day, we some of those cats that people depend on to give them the real. The raw and uncut. Now, if you just be like a yes'em, they're not asking you shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I stand firm with mine. But see, it's like all three of us, you know what I'm saying? We could agree to disagree and still be, you know what I'm saying? We fail. You feel me? But
this what I had.
That's what they do. That's what they here for.
This what I had on it though. All in all, it was a great sequel. I give Coming to America an A+ rating. I give Coming to America 2 an A rating. Of course, it was not going to be better than the original. Eddie Murphy was in his prime, so of course not. But everything that they did and everybody that they brought back was great. They pay homage to everybody. Shout out to Eddie for always keeping it real with his niggas that he came up with that wasn't even actors, but he put them on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that goes a long way and speaks a lot too. You know what I'm saying? So the whole movie, all in all, I gotta say, I definitely give him props for. I will definitely watch it again. No, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, what y'all said about the King,
to Rick Ross, Shout out to Rick Ross for letting him use
use the crib and shit, use the estates and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all was saying about the King, I think that it was more or less, those are conversations that need to be had when you are a king that's about to die and the prince about to take over. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of harsh realities. You know what I'm saying? Right. And to me, what I got from when the king told Hakeem that is, look, you don't got no heir. You know what I'm saying? The king didn't know that his daughter was ill with it and been training for the shit. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, you got no heir. Without you having the heir, you a fucking target. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you're willing to handle all that shit of motherfuckers being on your ass. I mean, you know, the script is for you, Eddie, so you might be good. But still.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. If it wasn't for the premise, I don't know if you saw the scene. There's a scene where Hakeem is talking to Wesley Snipes' character, General Izzy. And, you know, and the son was eavesdropping on the conversation.
You overheard him.
You overheard him in the conversation. And he was talking about, it's very smart of you to, you know, pawn your son, you know, into the situation. So it was like, at that point, Hakeem didn't realize what he did until that moment. That moment.
Yeah.
Because all he was trying to do was get out of this, you know, arrangement that he had with the general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I that's why I said I would agree with you. But go ahead.
I was gonna say the arrangement was for peace though, because the general wanted a war. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that the politics was on a higher scale than the norm with that type of. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes of that stature get their daughters up all the time, get their sons up all the time, so we could keep peace. We gonna have nations like, yo, they married, so we not gonna go to war. Because if they not married, I'm taking their shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you play a part into that. But at the same time, what you were saying, I agree. Because you was talking about Hakeem stood up for himself, and he realized he was playing his son just like how his daddy was trying to play him at that moment. So that makes sense and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, all in all, though, I definitely give it a 2 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I don't have any complaints about as far as the way that they made it. A lot of people thought that it was going to be like a bad movie compared to that. Coming to America is a classic.
It is.
And they didn't do this while Coming to America was hot. They did it 30 years later.
30 years later.
You know what I'm saying?
And actually, Eddie Murphy said they didn't even intend for it to be like the hit movie that it was. You know, they were just like, it was just another movie that they had to fulfill for Paramount.
Yeah.
But see, I don't believe that shit with Eddie talking about. Eddie was on fire, and it's like 4 or 5 movies that he didn't plan to do for it to be a hit, and the motherfucker was a hit. You was just on fire, man. Don't give me that. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that. Anything you do at that time. I'm telling you, Eddie got classics.
I kind of understood where he was coming from, because he literally wanted an all-black cast for that movie. And so having a movie with an all-black cast at that time wasn't done. Like, really just wasn't done. You know, the last time it was really done was the blaxploitation movies, you know, the 70s.
But to be honest, you know what I'm saying, you had
Harlem Nights.
You had certain movies. Yeah, you had Harlem Nights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harlem Nights,
stuff like that.
But Harlem Nights and what's the other one? I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me. But that was after Coming to America.
Was it?
Yeah, no, I thought Harlem Nights was before.
Harlem Nights was what, 89, 90?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think them
Coming to America was 89?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could double check though.
Yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
that mug. Cause you had a lot of the greats in that Harlem Night, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You know, right. And so it's like, you know, exactly. So I think at that time, and basically he was riding off the coattails of what's the other movie with him and Dan Aykroyd. And Dan Aykroyd, Trading Places.
Okay.
You know, he's just riding that wave of like that one was a Beverly Hills Cop, you know, like that type of thing. It's just, but it was Eddie Murphy with some white cohort, you know, some white cohort there in part. And so this is the first one, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first movies that was all black cast by one of the majors, you know, that type of thing, and it wasn't black exploitation. So, you know, I don't, like I said, I think Harlem Nights came
after. You right. Coming to America came out first, and it was so much of a success. Is the reason why he paid homage to all the comedians. They didn't give a damn. They made, you know what I'm saying? They made so much money. They said, "Oh, you got Harlem Nights? Okay, go ahead and do it." And that's why he paid homage to everybody.
I think it's the same thing that happened with Tyler Perry, because, you know, there was a black movie, you know, like set up, but it was always delisted. It was always, you know what I'm saying? Like even from that point, it was, you know, because that wave had started to go down. You know, just having an all black cast and, you know, making a whole pile of money, So you have it. But you know, it's not enough for like just the major houses to, you know, to take notice.
So my question is, what would you consider major? And at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we keep falling victim to the downfall of it as far as how we portray it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the way I'm looking at it is that, you know, any film that was specifically put out by a major motion house. You know, there's only 3 of them. You know, like Warner Brothers, you know, MGM, Paramount. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like 2 or 3 or 4 houses that put them out. And I'm not talking about, like, at that time, Lionsgate was a subsidiary of this one and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about the subsidiary deals. You know, the subsidiary house. I'm talking about like Paramount said, I'm gonna put my stamp on it. I'm not putting it with no other stamp, you know. Right. And they did that with, the original Coming to America. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, and so I was, you know, that's why I say it was one of those things. And so, like, you know, Eddie Murphy had a specific deal with Paramount. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and so like all the movies were Paramount, but it was always him and some white co-star. Right. Yeah. Right. You know, Beverly Hills Cop.
48 hours. Trading Places.
48 hours trading places.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all that.
It was always just him and another white cohort. Yeah. And so with him bringing in his people. Yeah. Paramount actually told was like, no, we need you to at least put in one white character. And that's how Louis Anderson got the gig. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just one of those things, and I love that. That's the part that I love, you know. And, you know, just knowing that even though it's an Eddie Murphy production, the newest one was an Eddie Murphy production and all that type of stuff, there was a lot of things that you had to put in context as in regards to the original movie, you know. Right. And, like, you know, who's putting it out, how is it being marketed, all that type of stuff. You know, coming to the original Coming to America didn't have all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It didn't even have the marketing that this one just had. Right. It was a movie. It was a movie that, I mean, it meant a lot to Eddie, but, you know, it was just one of those things that they were like, okay, well, we already know we ain't gonna really get the marketing budget for this movie. So, but we're gonna do it anyway. And once again, just like what Tyler Perry did with Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Black Community just came out. All black movie, we there, you know? Right.
The thing that worked against them, and it's still all right, though, the fact of the pandemic, once again. It hurt.
Man, you made me laugh.
Pandemic a mother, boy.
Yeah.
Look, you made me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because Louis Anderson got the roll and said, "Now the big bucks start rolling there."
Right.
We'll go ahead and get out of here on that note. Drew, if you want to tell the people how they can follow you and what you got going on.
You go ahead, Scoop.
Oh, go ahead, Scoop. Yeah, Scoop. Tell the people how they can follow you.
Oh man, the usual, man. Scoop the Barber, man. With TikTok, Scoop the Barber to you. Facebook, Danny and Scoop Cook. You know, same old same. Got some stuff going on, some stuff brewing. You got to pop up on that thing to see what's happening.
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Drew?
All right. My new podcast, check it out. It's called Drew's Put It Out There.
Right.
And I'm just doing a number of different subjects, man. I like to put it out there, and I like to deep dive into, certain things, especially when it comes to black men, my people. But I have a number of different guests, and that type of thing. The Fessa Drew Bayham, as you see it on here, that's DAPHESSAH, Drew Bayham on IG, and just Drew Bayham on Facebook.
All right, man. It's been a good one, fellas. Thanks again for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Salute to everybody that came through in the chat or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And we'll definitely, in a little minute, we'll cook up another one, you know what I'm saying, and hit y'all with another one again. It's Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, man. It's your boy Cadillac Red. Salute to the mighty LDBC. And I'm about this thing, man. One.
Thunder love.
When they told me to throw my hands up, black man kill a black man, it's cool, they loving that. Black man kill a white man, they sentencing him to death. White man kill a black man, then scream about self-defense. Break it down to manslaughter with all of the
I wonder if Harriet Tubman had a chance, would she have learned to do the anti-power dance? Wow, how quickly I would've went up in that water for her, selling quarters, fuck sitting in the back of the bus. Bitch, give me this bus, I would've did more than fuss. I would've upped the big pistol.
The greatest place in the world.
The greatest place, why? The greatest place, why? The greatest place, why?
The greatest place in the world.
The greatest place, why? The greatest place, why? The greatest place in the world.
The greatest place in the world.
The greatest place, why? The greatest place, why? The greatest place, why?
The greatest place in the world.
We about to do it for you. We about to do it for you. We about to do it for you, New Orleans.